The gold rally has petered out. I'm Jack Otter, editor of BARRON'S.com. I'm here with Brendan Conway, who writes our Focus on Funds blog. So Brendan, last year was not a great one for gold, to say the least. This year, things started picking up early in the beginning of the year, and the gold miners really rallied. And then recently, not so much. What's going on?
Yeah, you know, Jack, it really did start out looking as though the price of gold was going to recover a lot, maybe even most of what it lost in 2013, but it hasn't worked out that way. Really, what it looks like at this point in the middle of May is you had a little bit of a relief rally at the start of the year, but Western investors who hit the exits last year and pulled out billions and billions of dollars didn't come back. But to me, the real story is there hasn't been a real surge of demand from the two most important countries when it comes to actually consuming the metal, China and India.
Yeah, the idea was that the Chinese, seeing that economy slowing, having fears about their currency, were going to be piling in and really driving up demand. But why aren't we seeing that?
So what it turned out, Jack, is that people in China actually behaved in a very rational manner. When the price of gold fell, they thought, aha, I can buy jewelry more cheaply. So they bought a lot last year. This year, though, as the prices come up a little bit, and, you know, granted, things are not great in the Chinese economy either, you just haven't seen really any growth off of those levels last year. In fact, you see people edging back a little bit.
Same dynamic in India?
India is a little bit different in the sense that buying power was crimped by the fact that their currency fell so hard. And also there as well, they have fairly strict controls that are now being loosened a bit on how much gold can be imported in the country.
So even though gold appeared to be moving in a certain direction to us, with the falling rupee, it was just going higher and higher in India.
Yeah, it's harder to buy it. You have less money in your pocket.
So how clear is your crystal ball right now? Can you tell us where gold's headed, or at least what one ought to do with a gold investment?
Yeah, Jack, I would argue that the Western investor who really has not shown up this year, they're not coming back. So don't expect, you know, other buyers to lift this tide the way they did for the 12 years when it seemed like gold's price could only go up. And just in terms of what people should do, I think just one lesson of the last year and a half, is that you can't expect any exotic asset that has no dividend, has no earnings, to just keep going up and up forever. People who buy it should have it at most just be a tiny piece of your portfolio.
Spoken like not a true gold bug.
No.
You don't see it as an intrinsic holder of value that nothing else has.
I mean, maybe it can keep up, but no.
Thanks very much, Brendan.
Thanks, Jack.